Attackers are enumerating your Azure application attack surface. Here's 2 commands they use and how to detect them. All right, so I'm here in the Adversary Lab, and the first command that attackers use is a graph API call to the application's endpoint. Here we have a format table that basically provides this display name for the application as well as the application ID itself. I'm gonna go ahead and hit enter. All right, as you can see here, you have a display name as well as an app ID that basically shows all of the app registrations that are within the tenant. All right, the next command that we're gonna run is the service principals command that we're going to get all the service principal objects within the Azure tenant. All right, as you can see, this is a list of all the service principals within the Azure tenant. You can see the first party service principals that are included here, as well as specific ones for service principals for applications and app registrations that are associated with the tenant. Specifically, a service principal like this one that deploys bicep within the actual tenant itself. All right, so now that we've ran these commands, let me show you how to detect them within a log analytics workspace. All right, so here is the actual log analytics workspace. I'm going to break down this command and show you how to build this detection. So the first part of this is the table in which the logs exist, which is Microsoft Graph activity logs. There's a where statement, which looks for a request method, which is get. And then here we're basically looking for a request URI. We use the keyword has any because we are looking for either value, which is applications or service principal objects. So because this was actually done by an individual user, we also need to do what's called a lookup to basically confirm what the actual username is, as the graph activity logs do not provide us with the actual name of the user, and they just provide an ID. I'll go ahead and copy this here. And last but not least, we have the bottom, which is a project statement, which makes this a lot prettier just so that you can actually see the details of the actual request itself and when it was generated and who generated it. All right, so I'll go ahead and highlight this, go ahead and hit run. All right, as you can see, there's a couple of blanks here, and this is mainly because it doesn't fit the criteria. This isn't a full detection, but as you can see, we've completed the lookup and the user principal name is provided here. All right, so that was the attack and defense. If you want to simulate attacks like these, build detections, and build a portfolio for your career, feel free to check out the Adversary Lab, link in the description below. Hope you found this helpful and hope to see you in the next one.